Hey guys, Trey here for another episode of Summoner's War. I just wanted to go through TOA normal with you guys and address each stage 40 and above, because if you can't beat TOA 40, you should probably start by getting better monsters and ruining them better and whatever, because TOA is very despair heavy. So, what you need for TOA is pretty simple. You need crowd control. It doesn't matter how little damage your monsters do, as long as you can keep the enemy team from moving. I choose Crow because he has a very low rune requirement and can single target nuke monster by monster. And you put a bunch of debuffs on him using whatever monsters you have and just go forward attacking them and just do all the damage you can. So this is the artist stage. I decided to use it because it's very tough, and I don't know, I've had a lot of trouble on it, and so normally this would be a problem if it was higher up, but it's TOA 40, so it's not that bad. The fire liches are really bad about cutting in on your turns and can kill any wind DPS you have, or any wind monster with low HP, any monster period with low HP, unless you have a wind tank to specifically kind of handle it. The secret here is do not let the wound hacks move. Really, the secret to TOA period is just don't let anything move. But the wound hacks can't move because they will stun your team and then give the Sigmarius a chance to nuke you. So this is bad because everybody's going to counterattack you if you do things, and I'm getting unlucky with stuns. But the key to the Arta stage is just nuke Arta as fast as possible, no matter what means you have to go through. So that was TOA 40. Let's see, I don't remember, there might have been a hard stage somewhere in between here. I will make a separate video going back addressing the hard stages that are not boss stages. So I'm going to try the exact same team and see what happens. This is the Chiwu stage. It's not particularly difficult. You know, you've got your strip, and that's a problem for some people who have buff heavy teams. The Freas there are a little bit annoying because they do cleanse and fully heal every other monster whenever they die, but if you kill all of them at the same time, they won't heal each other. So kill all three at the same time if possible. And that goes for what is it? It's one of the TOA hard stages in the 60s. It might be TOA 66. TOA Hard 66, I mean. That there's 4 Freas and a Garo. And the 4 Freas will just heal everything. You just gotta kill the Garo first, and then try to kill the 4 Freas as close together as possible. So, the Chiwu stage. If it's at all avoidable, don't let the Wind Sylphids or the Megans move, because Megans buff attack bar and defense and attack, and the Sylphids buff, I think they have crit resist and shield, and their shield's pretty hefty. So anything you can do to get around their shield. I know that Crow is making this look very easy, but he doesn't have that great of runes. Just put, you know, any set on him that can nuke decently well. TOA hard 60, or TOA normal 60, sorry, is sometimes troublesome, the Wounsa stage, because of the 2 Dark Sylphids that do 50% of their HP and damage. And since it's a TOA stage, the Sylphids have a ton of HP, so they do a ton of damage. So, as I will continue to say, don't let it move. It doesn't matter how you keep it from moving, just don't let it move. Like, if you have if you have 3 despair units on your team with AoE skills, you're probably gonna be able to manage pretty well. Like, I have 1, 2, 3 stunners, and I'm doing just fine. And then I've got Crow, which he can nuke anything that's not stunned. I highly recommend that if you have a Zinc, you build him on Despair, because he does have 2 AoE skills, and those can be useful, as well as his skill 1, which when fully skilled up can do can have like something like a 50% stun rate plus 22% with Despair. So it's like a huge amount of stun, and it's great. So these 2 Sylphids are pretty difficult. The Rahuls will strip your buffs with a 75% chance, and then give you like reverse immunity, whatever the hell it's called. The thing where you can't get buffs. The thing that Zinc does. He will do that, and it's kind of annoying, but you know, it doesn't really matter that much. You see, and then they get an extra turn afterwards, so it's kind of dumb. And so I might lose this, but it's really fine, because you can try over and over again, and that's the point of Summoner's War, especially TOA. Try over and over again, and yeah, I'm pretty sure my roommate was just trying to get in my video. Shout out to him for getting that secret dungeon on whatever it was. But yeah. So, next we have the Veramos stage, which, again, this one is not too bad at all, because it's just Veramos, 2 Pernas, and something else. I think it's the Light Taoist. They tend to be a bit annoying, but aren't like super difficult to beat by any means. It's just the same old, stun it, and if you can't stun it, then nuke it. That's my TOA, and you know, having a Basalt helps because provoke. My Basalt is also on Despair. I would advise against it because he only has 1 AoE skill, but you know, I might put him on a super fast Swift stat so that he can get as many turns as possible, cycle turns. I don't know about Violent, but you know, cycle turns fast for Basalt with a lot of defense and some HP if you want his heal to be effective. So here, particularly, this is not that dangerous of a stage, because the Briannes will just revive if somebody's dead, and the arenas can't do any real damage, they just heal, so it's kind of just more annoying than difficult. But as long as you keep everybody stunned, you'll have no problems. So, I am aware that not everybody has a Manchura, or a Basalt, or a Zinc, or a Nikki. Now, normally, that would be a problem, but I'm not telling you to make a TOA team out of these monsters. I'm telling you to use whatever you want to in order to accomplish the same result. So, really, all that these 3 units are, Basalt, Zinc, and Manchura are, is crowd control units. Basalt decreases attack bars, and since he's on Despair, he can stun. That's all he does, and he provokes. Zinc has 2 AoE skills. One of them breaks defense with a terrible chance, and one of them has block beneficial effects, which is good for arenas and Halpus. Or Halphus, however you say his name. I'm really not 100% sure. Everybody can get a Crow, because dungeons, but, you know, it is what it is. I would highly encourage building a Crow. Manchura is a little bit special, because he's got 2 AoE skills, and one of them's a continuous damage and defense break, and that's great. I love it. You know, it's always a great idea to build your monsters that have 2 AoE skills, because anything with 2 AoE skills is automatically a Great Despair unit. It really doesn't matter what else they have to bring to the table, as long as they're 2 AoE skills. The key to cheating the Light Taoist's heal, as you can see I just did it, is to use a multi-hit skill and trigger his heal, and then just break through it, because it can't trigger twice. So you just break through it. This Asima stage is, I know I'm moving pretty fast. The idea is to not have a hour-long video, so because it's not very fun to watch an hour-long video, regardless of what it's on. I tried to watch an hour-long summoning session yesterday, and I got so bored. So I'm gonna try to keep my videos, like, I don't know, I'll probably go on up to 25 minutes, that's fine. But anything longer than that, I'm probably just gonna cut and make into 2 videos. Because I know I wouldn't have the patience for it. But my idea about TOA is use whatever you can. AoE skills, 2 AoE skills to stun. For instance, if you happen upon a wound hack, which is the Dark Taoist, put him on Despair. He doesn't have to have a Mantra to be good, I promise. Even if you just use him with Spectra, he has a guaranteed stun, unless it resists twice, if the monster has a speed break on it. So if you get Dark Taoist, don't feed him. Use him to use him along with Spectra or some other AoE speed break. Yeah, that's the word I'm looking for. Because he will have 100% stun chance, and he's great for TOA. Now, what's difficult about this stage is it's full of dots, so you're going to want to avoid letting Asima use her continuous damage, because that'll rack up continuous damage effects on you, and it'll also give her almost an instant extra turn. And then her skill 2 also does continuous damage effects and does extra damage if you have continuous damage effects. As you guys can see, this entire team is built around continuous damage effects. So the idea is, you know, not everybody is like has a bunch of monsters like this, like I do, but you can build a crow. The idea is to get a defense break on her, and literally any monster can put, or any monster that you can find with a defense break is good for this. And if you've been watching my videos, you should know to build a Lauren by now. So build a Lauren, defense breaker, use crow, skill 3, she's nuked and dead, because she is very, very, very squishy and has like no defense and like only a little bit of HP. So this is the Yellow Varad stage, and I guess it's, I'd say it's probably the easiest TOA stage that I've, boss stage, to be at TOA 90, personally. I'm sure that it's insulting someone because they got up this high and then just doesn't have the right team comp to deal with this, but apologies if that's you, but we're gonna get it fixed because I'm making this video. So the key here is unrecoverable. If you don't have unrecoverable, then just don't let the almonds move. It's important to get rid of the Belladons first, because they will cause attack bar increase, and then they'll go off and it'll just be annoying. They'll almost full heal. If all of them use mobilize and all of the almonds get crits, they will full heal. So that's annoying. The key to this part is to watch out for the pangs, because they will decrease your beneficial effects by 1 turn and increase your debuffs by a turn. I'm curious how that works with bombs. If anyone wants to let me know that, Please put it in the comments. I've always been curious about how it works with bombs, and you know, we'll see. If you guys know, let me know. If not, I'll probably, I don't know, I might even make a video on it. Alright, so this stage, as you can see, we have 2 Dark Hell Ladies, 2 Zyroses, and a yellow Varad, a sickly Varad. She's just gonna revive people. She's a little bit annoying. She has Shatter, she'll defense break you. And with Zyros being around, it's a pretty bad combo because it'll do a lot of damage, and also it will reset your skill cooldowns by a turn. And yellow Zyros slash yellow Varad is kind of annoying because he removes harmful effects and makes their skills instantly available again. So she can like revive 2 people, which is kind of annoying. So main point here, you want, I should have saved Manchura's 2nd skill, or 3rd skill, so that I could defense break more easily, but it's fine because my team's tanky enough to take a round of hits from everybody. Oh, it must reset by a lot of turns, not just one. That provoke was really lucky. If you have somebody with provoke, use them. They're great. Provoke is really great for TOA. Highly recommended. It keeps bosses from using their skill 3. It makes them use their skill 1. It doesn't matter how badly they want to use their skill 3. And then you just, you know, nuke and you're done. It's as easy as that. This stage would have been a lot easier using a Lauren. I'll go ahead and show you guys that because Lauren is a pretty good unit for TOA, especially if you don't have the crowd control you need. Hey guys, I'm back. Apologies, my Summoners War crashed. My setup's a little jank right now. I was explaining how TOA 90 would have been a whole lot easier had I used a Lauren. I'm gonna take out Basalt and show you guys that now because she offers a defense break and slow for Crow so that he can get his debuffs up, and she also offers attack bar reduction so I don't have to worry about the pesky skill 3 of Yellow Varad. It's also worth mentioning that on any monster with naturally high defense, like the Arta stage, using your card boy will help a lot. He's pretty fun to mess around with in TOA. He's used for speed clearing. He has that ignore defense, so anybody with beefy defense and not so beefy health, feel free to use card boy. So there's not really a whole lot to say about this because I've already gone through it. Just going back with Lauren and showing you guys how much easier the stage would have been and how much further I would have been from dying. So yeah. So I'm gonna show you guys my Crow stats after this and also my Lauren stats, just so that you guys can be convinced to build both of them after this video, because they don't have to have amazing stats to be good. Like really, my Crow has the same set that I put on him from when I was level 30 or something. You just gotta dedicate a few runes to him. Like, these runes aren't even half as good as my card boy runes. But as you can see, this is just like cake with Lauren. He's not even getting a chance to move. It's not even fair. So any chance that you, or any time you need to bring Lauren along, just bring him. Or bring her, I'm sorry. But we don't assume genders, it's 2019, guys. So, Lauren's stats. She is on double energy broken, which is like the worst rune set I've ever seen in my life. 26k health, plus 61 speed. She has really bad stats. All she needs is accuracy and speed and HP. And these stats are sufficient for all of TOA. Like, even TOA hard is sufficient for that. In Crow, getting his attack up is kind of hard because he has pretty low base attack. You know, his crit rate's kind of low because I have Nikki to use the leader skill, so his crit rate gets up to about 90-ish, 91 I think. And he's got some speed because he is on Swift runes. I'll just go ahead and show you guys his rune quality. It's not very good. They're just random 6-star runes I found. That one's not even 6 stars. Just a few attack subs go a long way. I highly recommend runing him. Attack, crit damage attack on Swift so that he actually has a little bit of speed. Fatal's perfect too, as long as you have some kind of attack bar booster or something like Spectra to reduce attack bars. So now I'll go ahead and show you TOA 100. This is Lyrith. Pretty annoying. Definitely, for me, the harder of the two. Yeah, so we have 3 Junos and 2 Annabelles, I think is how you say it. Yeah, so they both cleanse. It's kind of annoying. Now I understand why people get mad whenever I use my Nikki in RTA because of that cleanse. Oh, I might try to start doing some low-level RTA in some of my videos. If you guys would be interested in that, let me know. If not, please tell me, because I'm thinking about doing it. If you guys don't want me to do it, I won't. I just think it'd be fun to go against some other people with relatively low standing in RTA and, you know, have some fun just fighting people at my own level. And because we don't get to see a whole lot of low-level noob RTA in Summoners War. Anybody who plays Summoners War, they don't put their newbie account on YouTube, their RTA newbie account. So I think that'd be kind of interesting. I would watch it personally if it was, if I was picking a video to watch. But yeah, this stage takes a little bit longer because Junos like to cleanse themselves and heal everyone, and then Annabelles like to cleanse everyone and heal themselves up. This isn't too bad. 3 areas and Veramos. Veramos cleanses, of course. You guys know what Veramos does. The areas, I believe they have sleep, unrecoverable, slow, and glancing. I think their skill 3 does slow and glancing. So that's something you want to watch out for. Because if you start glancing, then you'll be much less effective in landing your debuffs. So my Zinc actually might die here. That's kind of a problem. I'm not going to restart the stage because I believe in my team. But if I do happen to die, it's fine. I'll start over. That's what TOA is about. Starting over and trying new things. And my advice to you guys is that once you have beaten TOA, go ahead and find the bosses that you had trouble with and go back and get a better, find a better team for them. Because once they're in TOA hard, it becomes a lot more stressful. Like, you just gotta find the way to beat them. So, Lyrith is particularly annoying because she spits out these things, and the green one just takes your attack bar after every move you make. So, you're gonna want to ditch that green one pretty fast. And then the blue one, what does the blue one do? Stuns. Okay, also stuns. Alright. So what you're gonna do to Lyrith's bullshit is you're going to kill her. killer incarnations. In, yeah, incarnations. And then she's gonna take a stun, because eventually she tries to recombine with her incarnations. If she can't do that, she gets stunned, and that's pretty neat. It's like a built-in nerf. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and kill this incarnation, and nuke Lirith using your crow. If you haven't built a crow, go build a crow. If you haven't built a Warren, go build a Warren. You know where I'm going with this video. This whole video is just a plug for Crow and Lauren. Build both of them. So yeah, we're just gonna keep on keeping on. She doesn't really do that much damage as long as you have a healer. If you don't have a healer, then it looks like a lot more damage than it is. So always bring a healer in TOA unless you can, it's possible for you to not. Like, if you're speed clearing TOA, why are you even watching this video? So I go back to my previous statement. Bring a healer. So yeah, that's Lirith. She's kind of tough, especially if you get to her in TOA hard. She can be a bit annoying, but just dispatch her incarnations first and then deal with whatever. So that's it. That's all I have for this episode. Thank you guys for watching. Let me know in the comments what you guys want to see next. Let me know what happens when Pang's passive hits a bomb. What's the interaction between those two? Genuinely interested. If you liked the video, leave a like. Yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video.